right, it's live improv from New York City. Oh, actually, from New York City, around the country and around the world. We are multinational tonight. We have friends from Canada. We got friends on the West Coast. We got friends out here in the East Coast, and we got a friend in the middle. I think isn't Louisville pretty much in the middle?
It's next to Tennessee. That's all I know.
All right. Well, that's close enough to the middle for me. Hey, I want to say hello to a wonderful cast tonight. Hello, Morgan. We have Morgan and we have Victoria. And I got Diane there. Hi, Diane. Oh, dude, Diane Worley. And Bonita. It was here in the middle. And Margaret. Hello, Margaret. Margaret's with me. I'm Scotty Watson. We're here on the East Coast, keeping things interesting in New York. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to meet some really interesting people. We're going to interview 5 of the inhabitants of this very small town called Goon River. And we're going to talk about a big day in the life of Goon River. As a matter of fact, what is something that's a big event in the life of a small town? Any of you can shout out a big event in the life of a small town, real small town event, but a big deal.
The tuna parade.
The tuna parade. I don't even need to know what it is. I just know that this one year, the small town of Goon River, population 5 people, decided to have a tuna parade. You know, the great thing about, and by the way, now's a good time. You can change your names on your squares to a character name, so that we can meet this character, meet this person. You know, the thing about people of Goon River is that whether some were for the tuna parade, some were against the tuna parade, and some, like myself, didn't know what the hell the tuna parade was. But the people of Goon River always have an opinion, and we're going to meet them now, and we're going to talk a little bit. We're going to meet some of the people from Goon River. We're going to find out a little bit about them. Oh, Contessa Vanessa. That seems like a very fancy name for somebody in a small town. Contessa, can you tell us about yourself, what you did in Goon River and that sort of thing?
Indeed. Thank you for interviewing me. I have so few time with the press these days. It's wonderful.
Sure.
Feels nice to be recognized. My family, as you probably already know, has been in Goon River for many generations. We founded the cave around the surrounding areas where we used to mine for all of the things. So we have some money. We decided generously to give back this year and provide the funding because Goon River is landlocked, as we know, but it's just so nice to be able to have something fresh of the sea. So my family has brought in the very first tuna to Goon River. And when you bring a first of anything, you need to have a parade. We're all for a parade.
Of course you're for the tuna parade. Now, I do have a quick question, Contessa, and you said that your family is wealthy and did a lot of mining and whatnot, but what do you do?
I go to appointments.
All right, you go to
and I host events.
Sure.
Yes.
Go to appointments. All right. Well, it's really nice meeting you, and we're going to be talking to you again very, very soon. Very soon. Silky Divine. It's so nice to meet you. Matter of fact, I would say it's divine to meet you. See what I did there?
Yes. I am Silky Divine, better known as Dr. Silky Divine. I am the town's veterinarian, and in the daytime, I am delivering baby cows, is what I do. We have a plethora of pregnant cows. So I deliver. Now, as far as this tuna situation is going on, I'm totally against it. I have a allergy against seafood. I will go into anaphylactic shock. And beef is the way to go.
Well, yes, we all love we all love beef, but I have to say I've seen many a parade, and I've never gotten a clown in my mouth, so I don't think you're in that much danger.
Well, you see here,
Oh,
there's a secret about this town that you
oh,
don't know about.
all right.
There's a witch that lives in this town named Daisy Darling. She put a curse on this town, and she said if there was a tuna parade in this town, that we was all going to burn in hell.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go talk to Daisy Darling and see what she has to say for herself, because I know that I personally am not a believer in witches and that sort of thing. Daisy Darling, it's nice to meet you, by the way. Can you tell us what you do in the town?
Hi there. Well, what I do is I fry donuts. So they're darling donuts.
Right? That's as far from witchcraftery as possible.
I do not have a cauldron with oil. My cauldron has different things.
I think it actually, for donuts, needs to have oil. I think that's the...
These are magic donuts. They're magic donuts.
So maybe there is a little bit of magic and witchcraftery involved here.
It's all, I'm the good witch.
Okay, all right. I swore there was no such thing as witches, but you know what? I do need to know if you're for or against this the tuna parade.
Oh, well, I'm for it.
You are for it.
Yes, I'm for the tuna parade.
Okay, so maybe a little miscommunication there where I'm going to talk to Silky later. I think you are misunderstood, Daisy.
I am.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to talk to Mavis Golden now. Mavis, what do you do in Goon River, and were you for or against the big tuna parade?
I'm the town hairdresser.
Yes,
I take care of everybody's hair, makeup, you name it. I take care of their beauty needs.
Oh.
I've never tasted tuna because we're landlocked. And I'm very curious to know what tuna tastes like. So, yeah, I like to try new things. I mean, just look at my hair. So, I'm definitely for the tuna parade if it brings in some real tuna. So I like to try it. We don't get much choice in this little town. It's beef, 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 everyday beef.
Everybody knows that it comes in cans, right? That it's pretty ubiquitous. This is new information. This feels like it's new information for you, Mavis.
Yes, it is. I
Wow.
didn't realize it was going to be in cans. I thought we were going to get fresh tuna.
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying. I myself have never seen a fresh tuna, but I've certainly. You know what? We'll talk more. It's a very confusing town. And finally, is it Lorena or Lorena?
Lorena.
Lorena. Please do tell us what did you do in Goon River?
So I was the sheriff
Ah,
and the beauty consultant and the post office maven. You got to multitask.
to clarify, if a town of 5, you have a hairdresser and a beauty maven.
Yes, I assist Mavis Golden as well. I'm both creative and law abiding.
Well, you would have to be if you're going to be the sheriff.
Exactly.
And the postmaster and the postmaster.
Yes, we don't get too much mail, and I'm able to sort them, every other day.
Sure.
I do get some complaints, but as it is,
I would think that intertown mail could probably be done on a Post-it note.
Yes, we do have that as well.
Oh,
Leave
that's-
notes for each other on doors. They fly away. They fly away in the wind sometimes. Anyways, that's
all right. All right. Now I do have to ask: were you for or against the big tuna parade?
Can I be indifferent? I mean, I have to be involved as the sheriff, but
Yeah.
I have to maintain indifference.
Can you be indifferent? Well, I guess you could, but it's such a big issue. I would think that maybe you could be.
Okay, I'm against it.
But you just said that you had to be indifferent.
By being very confident in my blended opinions.
See, I feel like you're conflicted about this.
I'm against it.
All right. You're all right. Well, you know what? We're going to give you more time to think about it because there's still some more time.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I think I have to go right back to Silky because Silky, I think you maybe gave me a bum steer. See what I did there? With the combo teeth? Because I talked to Daisy and she seems to be a perfectly wonderful person. She considers herself a good witch.
Mhm.
But you really seem to try to sell her, sell her a bad rap there.
Mhm.
What were you doing the day before the big tuna parade?
Well, I had a Holstein cow
Yeah.
that had a breech birth.
Yeah.
She actually was having twins.
Mm-hmm.
And, cows can talk. And
What?
she whispered, yeah.
Wait, I don't believe I don't think that is new information if it's true.
She was talking to me and she told me that she wanted some donuts. So, me being a professional veterinarian that I am,
Uh-huh.
I told her to pause on her labor, and I just headed on down to Daisy Darling's
Mm-hmm.
to get my Holstein cow some donuts, and she was stirring something in her cauldron.
Well, that's okay. Well, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, and I'm gonna go back to Daisy and find out what you were. So the day before the big tuna parade, I believe that Silky came into your store and saw you staring at something, Daisy.
I was staring in my cauldron. I was staring in my cauldron because I was seeing things.
Sure. I'm gonna. By the way, you have an interesting pronunciation on cauldron. You kind of have an interesting way of saying that.
Well, it depends where you live, how you pronounce it.
All right.
It's called regional dialect.
Oh yes, I have one of those myself.
Yeah.
Now, may I ask what exactly you said you were staring at something in your cauldron? What was it?
Well, I put in some of the remains that were left on the ground outside the Countess's cave. So when they're mining things and they carry it out, things drop.
Sure.
So I gather those things and put it in the cauldron, and that's what I was staring at.
May I ask you, and I think it begs the question, why do you do that?
Why do I stare at the things I put in the cauldron?
Why do you put the things in the cauldron?
Oh my goodness. That's what makes the donuts taste so good and makes them magical.
Tailings from the mine make the donuts taste better.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to try. I'm going to keep an open mind and try your donuts. Contessa Vanessa, I understand. Did you have any idea that this was going on? Even the day before the big tuna parade, Daisy Darling was scooping up tailings from the mine and making donuts.
I understand that a lot of people in the town of Goon River, all 5 of us, just really want a piece of the Contessa family. So I can understand the allure of wanting to just take a little piece of that home. I understand. Yeah.
I gotta jump back a little bit. You said the Contessa family. Isn't the Contessa is usually a title? Is it also your family name?
Yes, I'm Contessa Vanessa Contessa.
Contessa, Vanessa, Contessa.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Just out of curiosity, what were you doing the day before the
Well,
big tuna parade?
Yes, thank you for asking.
All
What I say. So I went to visit Mavis in her shop. She does such great work there, and I had one of my appointments, one of many appointments. And from there, I decided that what better way to go and do the planning for the parade than to bring by a lovely box of Daisy Darlin's donuts. So I went to the donut shop and I picked up some of the special donuts because I knew she'd been by one of the gold mines this morning. So I knew there'd be something special in there, just that extra glint. And I took my lovely box of peace offering and I went down to Lorena at the sheriff's office, expecting to plan the route for the tuna parade. We wanted to be sure that, we went and obeyed all of the traffic laws for the light, make sure the light was lined up with how we wanted to proceed. And just as I was arriving at the sheriff's office, I happened to spy Silky and Lorena having a meeting. And let me tell you, one of them did not look happy.
Well, let's go over to Lorena and find out. Lorena, I understand that before the day before the big tuna parade, you had a run-in with Silky. What happened there?
Well, Silky has made a number of complaints against Daisy Darling. And again, I investigate, and the cauldron that she is using is standard.
So just it's fine, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Oh, okay. How did the plans go with the Contessa, Vanessa Contessa, in terms of the parade route?
Well, actually, I'm Lorena Contessa. Contessa Lorena Contessa. We don't talk much. We have a professional distance that needs to occur.
Sure. So essentially one sister has no job and the other has all of them. All right. That makes sense. Speaking of people who work for a living, Mavis, I gotta say, it sounds like everybody went to your shop the day before the big tuna parade. What happened? What were you doing?
Yeah, of course they did. They needed to spruce themselves up to look nice for the parade because people would be coming from all the neighboring towns, and this is a big day. However, I have to say,
Yes.
Lorena likes to fancy herself a beauty consultant.
Yes, that's what she said.
Excuse me, I'm the beauty expert. She should stick to her job as sheriff and postmaster general or whatever else she has. Stay out of my shop, Lorena. You can come and have your hair done, and that's it.
Okay, a little bit of friction. All right. So I want to talk, and I know it's unpleasant, but I want to talk about the day that the big tuna parade happened. I believe that as soon as the parade got started, there was a certain amount of unpleasantness. Now, I'm just going to look down. I wrote down the name of the parade marshal, the person in charge of the whole, the Marshal Contessa, Vanessa Contessa Marshal, which, so you got the parade kicked off, Contessa, Vanessa Contessa, but then something happened. What happened?
Yes, I kicked off the parade, cut the ribbon and passed out those sushi samples, and everyone got a little slice of bluefin, and everyone was on their way, and we were rounding the corner of the light. And as it turns out, well, I guess the planning with Lorena didn't go as accurately or smoothly as expected, because of course I was at the head of the parade, being, Marshal Contessa, Vanessa Contessa. And the one traffic light wasn't configured. So a farm truck,
Oh dear,
came barreling through carrying a full load of Holsteins. And I was directly in the path.
oh dear.
And the tuna was flying, the Holsteins were mooing, and I was done.
Oh, I'm so sorry. What an unfortunate thing to happen at the. Lorena, this was technically your job, and this is your sister. And I also understand you were the first person on the scene. What happened to you?
Of course. So, I need to corral the cattle, and the cows started attacking me, as cows do when they're upset.
Sure.
And I tried to revive Contessa, and I was unable to do so, and was bowled over by a herd of the cows.
You don't hear about a lot of cows killing people these days.
I was trampling, just
So sorry.
cows everywhere.
Cows everywhere. Oh, I know how that is. I'm sorry to bring that up. Mavis, now I know that you didn't get along so well with Lorena, but I also understand you were the first person on the scene after she died. What happened to you?
Yes, I was. I was actually just closing up my beauty salon because, of course, everybody was out at the parade and they weren't going to be any more customers that day. I was closing up the beauty salon and just about to step out and look at the parade when I heard shouting and screaming and screeching of brakes and mooing of Holsteins. I was told later on, I was told they were Holsteins. I don't really know cows. Came running out with my scissors in my hand because I'm a hairdresser. And I saw Lorena and Contessa Lorena and Contessa Vanessa sprawled out there, flat as pancakes and like totally dead. And I was gonna help them, but I tripped and I stabbed myself with my scissors, and that was that.
Oh no, that's an awful way to go. Now I believe that Daisy Darlin, this whole thing happened almost directly in front of your shop. So you must have been right there. What happened to you?
Well, I was already outside my shop on the corner, and I had my cauldron in my arm to do fresh donuts, handing them out to whoever wanted. And all of a sudden, I hear moo, crunch, spat, and the water from the cauldron spewed because the cow kicked it all over me. And I melted.
You were a witch. I knew it. Oh, I doubted it actually. Oh, you melted. Oh, what a world. What a world. Well,
that's what happened.
Oh, well, Silky, it looks like you turned out to be right the whole time. Now, I'm hoping that you were nowhere near this. Where were you when this whole thing happened?
I had went to Mavis's to get a haircut because my hair was over processed, but she wasn't there. So then I went on down to Lorena's because I had a cease and assist letter that I wanted officially notarized and mailed to Daisy Darlin and to Countess Vanessa Contessa about this whole tuna parade and the witchcraft and all of this stuff. So I hops on my tractor and I'm driving and bam, I hit Vanessa Contessa. I see Daisy come out. She's melted. I knew she was a witch, but all this time I had been training my cows to kill on contact because I knew that Armageddon was coming and that this whole tuna parade was just a code to take me, the veterinarian doctor, the Holstein cow veterinarian labor doctor, down. And the next thing you know, everybody was spread out on the floor, just dead and just crushed and everything. And all of a sudden, one of the cow's udders smacked me and my eyes just popped out of the sockets. And then I couldn't see and I ran into the blade of the tractor and it sliced me in a million pieces like beef tartare. And that's how I died.
Wow. Well, I know that was very traumatic to tell us about, and thank you so much for going through all that trauma. We do appreciate it. And thank you for watching Improv on a Friday night. Yay! Give yourselves a round of applause. Hey, we got more improv coming for you. Coming for you, whether you like it or not. Improv is coming. You hang in there. There's going to be more.